From the expanded storytelling to the deep character development, Final Fantasy is back and more electric, captivating, and beautiful than ever before. When I heard that Final Fantasy VII was going to be remade, and that it was going to be an episodic structure drawn across a few game releases, I was rightfully very worried. Luckily, those worries were put to bed very early on into the experience, as this game has taken what was originally a 5 to 6 hour story, with some cheesy 90s writing and straightforward progression, to a meaty 30 to 40 hour experience with a satisfying beginning, middle, and end. This game takes characters that you may or may not already know and shines a new light on them. Cloud, Tifa, Barret, Aerith, and even Jessie. It gives us rich character story beats and moments that develops them into fully fleshed out protagonists. You learn about their families and ambitions and see them struggle with the actions and how they deal with the aftermath, and it deepens your love for the characters in ways that the original title could never properly present. It also shows how much of an arsehole Cloud truly is. Old man wants to visit his wife's grave, but there's a monster guarding it. Here comes Cloud to save the day, and charge double. Little orphans need getting back their hideout from a gang. Cloud is more than happy to help, for 3,000 f***ing gil. What an arsehole. Anyhow, the main characters and storylines are boosted by well-crafted side quests that elevate the world and the people in it. Instead of having like one-off NPCs that give you a quest and are never seen again, although there are definitely some generic snoozy kind of side quests too, the game brings in side characters that evolved in multiple missions and sometimes even pop up in the main story, which gives you a strong sense of world and makes their character moments stand out over other JRPGs. For example, after you return to a previously visited town, one of the background characters who you previously have thought unimportant the first couple of times you see him, is thrown into the main plot and has an entire backstory, personal motivations and goals that are weaved into the main storyline, making his character feel memorable and the world feel lived in, feel ever expanding, feel moving, even when you're not there to see it. While the streets of the towns you visit through the game are nothing to write home about visually, the NPC dialogue and stories that are told through missions or background conversations from NPCs around town further cement the great sense of world, which I feel like is one of the main things I'll take away from this game. Its world and the characters who inhabit it. However, one negative I do have is due to the episodic nature of the game, is that the first half of the game feels a little too one-note in terms of its structure, going from big action set-piece chapters to then travelling to a new town, exploring said town for a chapter or two, then rinse repeat. It was never enough to fully bring me out of the experience because what I was doing was so fun and engaging, but it was something that I did notice. But speaking of engaging, holy shit, man, did they knock this motherfucker out of the park when it comes to the combat, the equipment, and the feeling of being a powerful group of heroes taking on insane bosses. The feeling you get when you combo all of your characters' moves just right to obliterate the boss's stagger gauge, or summon an Ifrit or this fat-ass chicken to come and rain hellfire down on your enemies, is so goddamn satisfying. I got so excited when the game gave me new weapons or abilities, aka materia, because most of them changed up the way I played certain characters. The game's equipment system revolves around leveling up these materia, therefore becoming more powerful and evolving your character builds, which comes in handy when you get to this second playthrough on hard difficulty. Gonna be glad you leveled that HP up to 5 stars, I'm telling you right now. I love the way the game rewards me for going out of my way to find every nook and cranny while exploring, to find boxes to smash or chests to open, even going as far to give you crazy strong weapons or materia, hiding in chests that are tucked away from the straightforward path. Sure, some of these items might be available to purchase later, but, you know, free stuff. This definitely helped make the linear maps feel a little bit more fleshed out, and for the most part, Square has done a great job in disguising these corridor-esque explorable locations with fun, interactives, and visual storytelling. Pull-ups, squats, darts, motorcycles, and most importantly, an incredible dance sequence. Final Fantasy VII is filled with a bunch of minigames to complete, and these simple little minigames, they are so JRPG, so Final Fantasy, and I love them so much. I don't know what it is about them, but whilst trying to complete the hard difficulty pull-ups for the 30th time, or just seeing the presentation of the dancing sequence, I had a big smile on my face the entire time. One last thing I do want to add about the overall gameplay of Final Fantasy VII Remake is that the boss difficulty balance is spot on. I hardly ever found a boss to be too easy, or vice versa, they never got to the point of being frustratingly difficult, at least on normal difficulty. Square has crafted these encounters perfectly, and speaking of boss encounters, Oh, this game is so pretty! The moment the intro cinematic came into view and the score started playing, I remembered what I was in for. Final Fantasy. A series known for its insanely beautiful visuals, stunning set pieces, and its gorgeous musical prowess. This game goes above and beyond when it comes to presentation. The combat visuals are so good, the attack animations are so smooth, and they have that distinct Final Fantasy sci-fi / high fantasy flair. Seeing time stop around you as you summon Ifrit into battle and watching the flames spread across the screen and wrapping around the crazy particle effects, it's just magical. A thing that makes this game flow so unbelievably well is that everything the game presents in front of you is so closely connected to the next thing that it's going to show you. And what I mean by this is, from the combat to the exploration to the cutscenes, the game never stops, never loads, it just flows without interruption. When you walk too close to an enemy, boom, the game switches directly into combat, and as soon as that last enemy's HP hits 0, you're back into exploration before you can even see it. The boss fights are particularly spectacular at this, transitioning instantly from combat to cutscenes without losing a beat. The overall flow and presentation in this game is incredible, and the cinematics are absolutely jaw-dropping. When 2020 comes to a close and everyone is voting for best score in a video game, there is not a chance in hell that Final Fantasy VII doesn't sweep them all up. The music in this game is so unbelievable. Everything you do is accompanied by a perfectly crafted theme that captures what the story and situations are trying to convey. Some of these themes will be stuck in the nostalgic segment of my brain for years to come. The story, characters, world, and gameplay. Final Fantasy VII Remake has killed it in every department. Sure, there are some negative aspects to the game, but overall, what they have accomplished is truly magnificent. This game has left me so unbelievably satisfied, yet screaming for more and more. I cannot wait to see what Part 2 has in store for us. I just hope that they can retain what makes this title so goddamn good and expand upon what they've already built. That's why I'm giving Final Fantasy VII Remake 10 out of 10 Buster Swords. If you guys are playing through Final Fantasy VII at the moment, comment below and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye bye.